Okay, nutrition. This is the one that usually scares people off. So let me take the pressure off straight up. We're doing the very simple version today, just enough to understand how it actually works and to get your app up and running so you get a result from day one. The deeper stuff, weighing, macros, fine tuning, timing, all that sort of thing, we're going to sort of educate you guys over the next 12 weeks. Today is just the foundation. And here's one of the truths that took me years to, sink in. I'm a very slow learner, is that you cannot out-train a bad diet. And I have tried, and I've had clients try. Now, you can smash yourself in class 5 days a week. You can be doing extra runs. You can be doing all that sort of stuff. But if the food's not right, the results just won't show up. And that's, without getting nerdy, goes into how your metabolic rate works. Majority of it's made up just at rest. Now, especially the body composition stuff. Now, here's the truth that took me years to properly sink into my slow brain. You cannot out-train a bad diet. You can smash yourself in class 5 days a week. You can do a bunch of runs, but if the food's not right, the results just won't show up, especially the body composition work, the fat loss, and the way you look and feel. Training is the stimulus. Food is what your body actually rebuilds with. So if you only nail one thing early on, make it this, get the food sorted, and everything else will actually prosper from that. So how does it actually work? It's 2 levers and both dead simple. So for fat loss to work, you have to take in a bit less energy than you burn consistently. That's it. There's no magic food. There's nothing banned. There's no special tea. That's it. On the muscle side of things, you need a training stimulus that challenges the muscle plus enough protein to rebuild it. That's why you'll see protein at every meal in your plan. Get both of these working together and you lean out while keeping or even building the muscle that makes you strong and gives you that shape. Now, this isn't me just guessing either. The science here is rock solid. So number one, energy balance. You lose fat in a deficit, and that's physics, not an opinion. And no diet gets around it. So I don't care what anyone's telling you about all these different things, different fads you can be doing. You just have to be in a deficit, right? Now, there's better ways to do that, and there's worse ways to do that. But fundamentally, that aspect needs to happen. Number 2 is protein. Research says you need plenty to build and hold muscle. We go towards the higher end of the recommended equation. This actually just got revised recently. We're closer to the 2.5 grams. So you're always covered of body weight a day. It protects your muscle while you're losing the fat. And honestly, it's great. It keeps you fuller, which makes the whole thing a lot easier. And 3, my favorite. Now, study after study comparing different diets finds the one that wins is simply the one that you actually stick to. Funny enough, adherence beats the fancy diet every single time, which is exactly why we keep this simple and build a plan you'll actually follow. It ties in with lifestyle, all that sort of side of things. Now, let's get practical. I've built your app and it lives in the private link, so it's always the up-to-date version. It's going to have a few parts. I'm going to bring that up now. Okay, so what we've got here is the home screen. So this is just like a template mock one, but it'll look very similar to yours. So the way this works, I'll have a light meal, a lunch, and a dinner. Just 3 meals a day, super simple. Smaller one and 2 larger ones. Now, in regards to setting up and planning, we'll talk about that in a sec, but you have the ability, so I've already got a preset one in here where you can prep that for the day. So for example, if you're just wanting to cook a single serve of each of those per day, you can set it up like so. You can then go a few days in advance if you like. We can go in and go, hey, I don't feel like that anymore. I've ate that in that 3 days in a row. You can swap that out for anything else. You can obviously search for different recipes, batch friendly, family friendly. You'll select it, and I won't do it in here because it's a demo window, but it will calibrate the recipe to suit your particular macros. All you get out the other end is cook this and eat this, and that's everything all done for you. You just got to follow that. Now, I know a lot of you guys like to be organized. There's some people that work, 2 different types of people here. But once you click build my list and I go into shopping list, this will have all the items that you need for that many days to follow that particular plan. So you can then use this if you do an online shop, if you go to the shops, mark off everything that you already have and shop for the rest. Make it really, really simple. That's your meal plan. That's enough for you guys to get started and actually get a fantastic result. We go into a bit more behind the scenes on that, but that's the fundamental aspect of that. Now, the single habit that makes all of it happen, and there's good science behind this one too, is get prepped on a Sunday. So researchers did find that if you decide in advance exactly when and where you'll do something, you're far more likely to actually follow through than if you just leave it to willpower on that given day. So that would be, for example, going, oh yeah, I know I need to eat healthy tomorrow. We'll just kind of cross that bridge when it comes to it versus, okay, I've already planned for tomorrow. I've got this prepped. I've got this organized. That's kind of the difference. That's what we're sort of talking about here. So every Sunday, plan your week, open the meal app, build your list, get the food in, then open your training app, and then book your training sessions as well. Spend 10 minutes once a week. Now, if you're someone that likes to prep only a few days in advance, the app allows you to do that as well. I guess the general message that we're getting across here is planning is paramount to your results. The hardest decision is the one you'd otherwise make every single day. Just do it on a Sunday. You might do another half week one, just depending on how you like to plan for the week. But the members who do this are the ones who get results consistently. So don't go and overhaul your whole diet tonight. That's how people burn out by Wednesday. Just follow the plan and lock in that Sunday habit. Plan, shop, log. The weighing, the macros, the food quality stuff, we lay out all of that in over your 12 weeks. Once the basics are second nature, start simple, start now. Next up, we're going to go through the training side of things.